Hey everybody, welcome. Johnny Vajra here, student of Tantra, practitioner, sex educator, and I have with me tonight the lovely Laurie Handlers. She is a sex and happiness coach and author of Amazon #1 international bestseller, Sex and Happiness. And we also have Mr. Michael Gibson. He's the co-founder of the Academy for Men and creator of Just Add Skill workshops for men. And how are you both tonight?
Great.
It's great to see you tonight, Johnny.
Awesome. Yeah, it's great to be here.
I heard sirens. I heard sirens in the background. I wonder if they're coming for us.
That's absolutely right. You guys, the jig is up. They found you both. So yeah, what we're here for is to talk about extraordinary lovers, this extraordinary lovers experience that you both have put together, and we're happy to have you guys coming out here to St. Pete on Friday night, January 10th, until Sunday, January 12th in 2020 in sunny St. Pete. It'll be really nice out here in Florida, so we're looking forward to it.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Great. And yeah, just I guess, can you tell us a little bit about the event and what exactly it's about, what people can expect?
Sure. Well, we're going to offer some, it's a couples relationship course. So we're going to offer how to communicate in ways that bypass the ways that get people hooked, in a way that's direct, but allow people to communicate with each other and want to hear from each other, like, this is what's going on. It's a shorthand and a way to communicate that's really, really good. That's what we're going to offer. Two, we're going to offer how to create through using your sexual energy. Like, your sexual energy is your creative life force. It's your life force energy. So we're going to offer how people can use their life force energy to create what they want in their life, both as individuals and as a couple. And then we both feel that men have never, ever been taught anything about how to touch a woman, how to be with a woman, really what a woman likes or wants. And Michael's done surveys to this extent, which prove that men and women have very different opinions about this. And so we're going to teach men how to actually touch and be with and handle a woman's body. So that's it in a very basic way.
Sounds pretty juicy.
It is. It's juicy. It's juicy beyond, because it's not just that we're talking about it, but like, when men actually learn some skills for how to relate to a woman's body, then they're not as tentative. That's number one. Women feel that. Number two, men feel like they're accomplishing something and they know a little bit about what to do, versus, oh my God, I just tried something and that worked with her, so now I'll try with every other woman. Men are never taught these things, and they're basically flying blind, and we want to take that flying blind element out of relating.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
It's so good. If I can add just a little bit here, the part about adding skill to a man's repertoire as a lover is part of how you become an extraordinary lover, and some of the main things I think that are missing for men, and we simply don't know this. I went around and started asking women. I said, what constitutes extraordinary lover? Like, what would it make you? How do you know that this is a level 10 experience for you? Like, you're just really, really having an amazing experience. And many of the women that I asked, they said, well, there's a couple of things. And so I said, well, what are they? And they said, the number one thing I think is probably presence. And so with presence and being able to learn presence for a man is something that's very easy. I think that we deliver it, Laurie and I deliver it in a way that's so tangible and so easy to learn for men. And it's also something that really impacts women, and men get to see a visceral response to when they pull their presence away from women. Women have this really interesting ability, this like
extrasensory.
they know.
Yes.
They know when you pull your presence away. And so we do that. And then the other thing that we do is we bring them along very, very, very simply to show them how to hold presence and to go into the masculine. Women love it when a man is masculine, when he's able to hold her and to be with her and be present with her. And then also to really pleasure her, to know her body, to understand the mechanics and the chemistry and the neural pathways of her body, and really to become in tune with it so that he can actually, it's almost like, you ever seen that movie with Mel Gibson, What Women Want?
Oh yeah.
Our students say, women say, it's almost like I'm reading their minds. And really, we teach you how to read their bodies, how to map it out, and how to become extraordinary and pay attention. And then the last piece is to open your heart completely, to hold nothing back. And so there's a beautiful experience after lovemaking and having had all these experiences during the lovemaking that takes place. And we really go into that as well. So it's a beautiful experience.
Wow. That sounds amazing. Man. Super awesome. Yeah, it's I feel like even if somebody has taken another workshop, there's still going to be something here, a gem for them to come back with. Yeah, it's really cool. And
I can attest to that because I teach many workshops.
Yes.
Many workshops, but until I met Michael and he started his, it was my idea for the Academy for Men.
Okay.
And then he took me up on it. And he started interviewing people, and he interviewed hundreds of people. Like, what was their experience? What was a woman's experience? What was a man's experience? He interviewed like 500 people and
Wow.
said, how many of you had a number 10 experience in lovemaking? How many times? Like, what percentage of your times making love was a 10? And men said like something like 60%, and women said 2%. I don't know, Michael, I could be like getting that wrong, but
it's okay, honey. It was actually, men actually said that their percentages was 30%.
Okay.
And women said 2%. You got that right. But you got to ask yourself the question, what's going on here? If men are having 30% and women are having 2%, something's going on here, and there's a mismatch in the levels, if you will, of actual pleasure being delivered. And then I started to ask why. And so that's where I came up with Just Add Skill. But yes, you're absolutely right. It was huge, huge divergence between them.
Basically, it was because I said to him, there are a lot of Tantra men, there are a lot of men who have learned stuff in Tantra, like they learn presence and they learn, eye gazing, they learn to slow down, whatever, but they don't actually get skills.
Yeah.
And so I know a lot of Tantra men who may be much better than they were before, whatever before was, because I didn't meet them then, but they still don't know how to make love. There's still nothing that really excites me. And I said to him, I need to start an academy for men. Men need to learn how to make love. And I said, okay, well, I'm going to do a survey. I'm going to do a study. I'm going to do this. And I'm going to find out, like, what's the truth here, because I couldn't be the only one. And I was in the Tantra world for over 20 years. And I just felt like, no. I'd rather take my chances on someone who didn't study Tantra.
Yeah.
So like what? Because I'd rather teach them myself how to touch me.
There you go. Okay.
Okay, yeah. So that's how this whole thing came into being, where we started going like, well, what could we actually teach people that would make a difference to people who even studied something, who even went to workshops?
Perfect.
So that's where this comes in. Yeah.
Okay. And so why was that also the why that you guys decided to work together, or was there another reason why you guys, decided to work together on this?
It just seemed natural.
Yeah.
I mean, how can I say? Michael and I are so connected. And look, I've been in the Tantra world for 22 years, and no one's ever been with me the way he is with me.
Ooh.
Yes, ooh, thank you,
Bravo.
Jonathan. Thank you.
Yes, yes.
No one's ever been with me. No one's ever handled me. No one's ever been with me the way he's with me. And that says something tremendous. I don't even know. There's no way to measure that. All I can say is like, I'm saying hell yes over here. And if I'm saying hell yes, he has something to say to men that I don't know any other men who know to say that. Like maybe they haven't translated that into skills. And Michael is such a geek that he translated it into skills.
Amen. There you go. Hey, geeks, nerds, we all rule the world. So
yes.
There.
Yes.
You're one. You are one, so you understand what I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
Well, and I'm so fortunate, and I mean that. I am so fortunate to be able to work with Laurie in this world of sacred sexuality. What I bring to the table, I think, is I guess a unique ability to kind of take the science of it and then translate it into real world activity. How to make it so that it's easy to learn and that it's retainable, and then it's also duplicatable. And that's so important because men really come, I personally, believe me, I can tell you stories where I fumbled, where I failed. I've had women get up in the middle of lovemaking and say, I can't do any more of this. It was that bad. But listen, thankfully, I was able to learn through that. And I think hopefully none of the men listening to this can relate. Hopefully none of the women listening
and
to
if you can, this might be for you too. Hey.
Like that's the point. This is offering them hope for something. There are people who feel like they're failures. There are people who feel like they're just like saying yes to each other out of obligation. And you and I are offering them something that's so much more than obligation, that's so much more than like, yeah, that was good, honey. And then they're like, they roll over and they're like, they can't wait to get away. And they're just like tolerating each other. You and I are offering something that's like, that soups it up, that cooks it up, that stirs it up such that people are like, oh my God, I can't wait to be with you again. When's the next time we're going to make love? And that is how it is for us, and that how it can be for anybody. You and I are not extraordinary because we were born that way. We're extraordinary because we were unsatisfied with normal stuff. We were unsatisfied with tolerating something that was unsatisfying and going, oh yeah, that was great. Like whatever, and rolling over and going like, oh God, why did I do that again? Like people are suffering in solitude, and we don't have to have that. You and I believe that people can learn some basic skills. Men can learn them and women can learn them such that they actually can, one, talk to each other. Okay, so we were going to go into like, what are people going to get? So, Donna, you didn't ask this, but I'm going to say, like, what will people get if they come to us?
That's right.
They will get a way to communicate such that before, during, and after sex, they'll be able to say, this is what I want. This is what I really like to experience. This is what's happening. Like, could you move a little like this, a little like this? And the person who's doing whatever they're doing doesn't take it personally. Oh my God, she wants me to move to the left. I got it wrong. Like, we're not going to do that. And then the end, we're going to say, I really liked it when you did this. I would have liked a little more of this. It would be really great. Can we try that next time? And next time could be 2 minutes later. We're going to teach people how they can communicate before, during, and after sex where no one's feelings are hurt, where they can actually hear each other and go, this would feel better. This would feel great. I'm sensitive over here. I'm not so sensitive over here. Try this, try that, whatever. And, you know, I watched a program on YouTube and I saw this. Would you try that with me? Even if it's freaky or even if it's different or out of my comfort zone, could you try this? Like that.
Awesome. Cool. And I thanks, Laurie. And as far as you, Michael, what do you feel like if there's something, one thing that somebody could get from this workshop that they could take away from this, what would you feel like you that they would be able to take?
Such a great question, Johnny. Thank you so much for that, because it really does matter what kind of lover you are for men. And oftentimes we don't communicate back and forth what it is that we desire, what we like and don't like, and then how to make it better, right? So there are times where I'll ask Laurie, I'll say, what can I do right now to make this better? And she'll say, oh, you know, I'm really, it's exciting. It's exciting to know that she's getting that kind of attention. So that's really important. The big piece that I think for us is what men are going to learn is how to become shaman of their women. They're going to be able to be with them at a different capacity, maybe as a different archetype, but really to take on that masculinity that women love. Women desire that. They feel safe when they're around a masculine man. And it's exciting for them because men then can turn it on at any time. And women can go, oh, I love it when he does that. It turns them on. And that's really such an exciting piece of this puzzle and this program, because, like I said, you take it into your life. It's not just in the bedroom. You can take it into your life. And so, yeah, that's something that they're going to get. Men will get that, definitely.
Perfect. Awesome. And Laurie, yeah, what do you feel for women that they would take away from this? Just, you know, rounding it out.
Yeah, being unafraid to communicate. I like it better like this. I want this. Could you do this? Could we try this? I think women are afraid. If they were taught like me, they were taught, you know, never to tell men the truth about anything because men's egos would be hurt. So they don't tell the truth. They don't feel safe to tell the truth. And I think what women will get will be able to tell and be able to negotiate with whoever the man they're with is, look, could we try this? Like, this is something I heard about. This is something I read about. This is something I want to try. Or that was really good. And could you do it a little more, a little less, a little to the left, a little to the right, a little like this, but without feeling like the man is like shrinking because she's saying something. And I want to say something also to same-sex couples because I want to let people know that we're not close to that. If same-sex couples come, that's okay. But someone's always playing more in the dominant, and someone's always playing more in the submissive, kind of one or the other. So we will address that too. Just that one will be able to tell the truth, and the other one will be able to hear it. So if it's not a man and a woman, that's all right. Like if it's two women, if it's two men, we'll address that also. We're open to that. We're not closed to that. We want anyone. The thing is, this is for couples, or at least intense play partners, intense partners who are connecting, maybe not like partners, but whatever. We're open to people, and in this workshop, they have to come with a partner. You have to come with somebody you want to have sex with. You're not coming to this workshop with somebody you're tentative and you thought maybe you could possibly have sex with them. No. This is somebody that you want to get pleasure with, you want to explore pleasure with, you want to explore to a place to the depths with. That's what this course is. It's like, that's the warning, that's like the
disclaimer.
Surgeon General's warning.
Surgeon General.
want really hot sex with this person.
Must be open to get down with your partner.
Yes.
Yeah, because what we're going to teach you is going to blow your mind in the long run. And whoever you do this with, whoever you practice these principles with, we're going to give them sex magic, like how to create with someone. And you don't want to create with someone you don't want to create with.
Right.
So you want to come to this with somebody that, even if you're not a long-term couple, this person for the moment you want to create with, you want to create something for each other's lives with.
There you go.
That's the, I think couples are in danger these days. I think we're in a culture and a society, well, at least I am, where being a couple is like a danger.
Yeah.
And I want to say, no, couples are welcome to this. Long-term couples, short-term couples, people who think they have some kind of a future together, or at least a future of creation together.
Mm-hmm.
That's who should come to this.
Excellent. Yeah, and I just want to I think that's wonderful, the way you described it, Laurie.
Mm.
And just going back on one topic, because I know there's a lot of people out there that that just are unaware of this word, this buzzword, this sex magic. And really, if you were to say in just one sentence what sex magic is, to help the folks that maybe aren't fully connected with that.
Sure. Sex magic is the deliberate use of orgasm to create and manifest your wants and desires and intentions.
Excellent.
So the truth is, just to say, we use this all the time, unbeknownst to us. Our sexual energy is the energy of creation. That's how we create babies. That's how we create everything. Human beings were meant to create more than babies. Maybe not every other species, but we were, possibly dolphins. So we create, we create computers, we can create cell phones, we create artificial intelligence, we create. And that all comes from our creative life force, which is our sexual energy. So when we put that together with another, there becomes an alchemy and a very, very strong positive and negative pole, masculine, feminine pole, that creates something into being, just like creating a baby, only we can create other things, like all the things that have been created already. And if there's some intention that I want, or some intention that I want to create in the world, like even world peace, then I put that together with my energy of another. And together, when we're having sex as a connection, we say those things we want to create. So there's a whole system of how to do this, and we're going to teach that.
Excellent. Thank you, Laurie.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So just before we wrap this up, I wanted to give you both, if there's anything else that you'd like to share about, what you're excited about, or what you're bringing to sunny St. Pete. Go ahead and give it to you first, Michael.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited, first of all, to get to meet all of the people that will definitely get an experience from this. And the sex magic piece I really love, because Laurie has taken the mystery out of creating from intention. And it's kind of like she says it's the secret that was left out of the secret. So in creating your life in partnership, sex magic is going to be key to helping you do that. It's chapter 11 of Think and Grow Rich. It is actually a kind of a scientific way of bringing about what it is that you want in your life. And this is exciting for me, because Laurie and I, we personally, both of us, have seen this in action. And so you're going to get a chance to be able to see it in action in your life as well. So that's what I'm so excited about. That, and being able to help men and women to connect so deeply and have love for each other in just amazing ways. Yeah, that's what I'm excited about.
Great. Thanks, Michael. How about you, Laurie?
Yes.
Perfect.
I've used sex magic for almost everything I've created. And I've created a lot. I mean, my life is a miracle. I'm so blessed. I get to travel the world, do courses, write books, make videos, do whatever. Everything I do with this sex magic. I don't even think about it's like nothing I do has effort. The only effort is to have an orgasm, and that's not terrible effort. That's like easy effort. Um, yeah, our bodies are made to have pleasure, and in the pleasure we can create. That's what I have to say about that. So that's what we're going to teach. How do you use that? How do you have pleasure? How do you have orgasm and create from that? It's so easy. It's our birthright. Yes, let's do it.
Awesome. Thank you, Laurie.
Yeah.
Cool. This extraordinary lovers experience. It's amazing. Yeah. It's going to be a wonderful event, and it'll be Friday night, January 10th to Sunday, January 12th, 2020, here with the Dolphins in sunny St. Pete. Yeah. And where do our listeners, our viewers go to get their tickets?
So you can register today at florida.extraordinarylovers.com. So if you go to florida.extraordinarylovers.com, that will be where you can go ahead and sign up. And right now, up until November 30th, we have early bird specials. So I believe it's $755 for the early bird. It's $100 off. And so it's $855 after the 30th, after November 30th. That would be full price. So really, now's the time to save $100 on that. And that's where you go to get it, yes.
Excellent. And that's per couple, right? That's cost.
Per couple, yes, sir.
Excellent. Sweet.
I'm so excited. I can't wait to be there.
Yeah, I can't wait to have both of you here in my backyard.
Yes.
That would be wonderful. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys next year. And yeah, all the people who are going to sign up, yeah, we're excited to be there with you as well.
Thank you, Johnny.
Yeah, thank you, Laurie. Thank you, Michael. Thank you both for your time. You guys have a wonderful evening, and we love everybody who's out there watching us.
Thank you.
Thank you.